Hello, my name is Alyssa Zalabai. I'm a portrait photographer and a brand ambassador for Samyang Optics. So, I want to introduce you guys to Samyang's newest zoom lens, the Samyang AF35-150 f2 to f2.8. But before that, I want to say that I'm an avid user of prime lenses. So normally I would use 85mm and 135mm for my shoots, and occasionally I would use something wider than that. For example, for studio portraits, I would use 35mm. But I am obsessed with shooting outdoors, and whenever I am outside, I try to be as creative as I can. So I use my surrounding with my photos that I create, as well as interact with my subjects really well so that I can get that really nice genuine emotion on my photos. So whenever I go outside, I would take a few different prime lenses with me, which can have a downside. So I have to be really careful in choosing which prime lenses I'm going to bring outside with me, as I have to consider the capacity of my bag as well as the weight. The weight is very important because most of the locations that I'm going to are really far from everything, so it has to be walked to or hiked, and I have to consider how much weight I am carrying on my bag because that can be very tiring and exhausting. So with this lens right here, that solves my problem because this starts from 35mm, which is great for photos that can include the surrounding, and it goes all the way to 150mm, which will give you that really nice creamy bokeh effect, which I'm so crazy for. My usual session is very interactive, and this type of photo shoot is very fun to do since they involve a lot of chatting, joking around, and generally just having fun with the people that I'm taking photos of. This also means that I'm taking candid photos, so it means I have to be very quick when I'm taking my photos since some moments can be missed quite easily. So that is one downside of just using one prime lens. I have missed many shots just because I have to change my lens every time. So normally when I go out, I would just end up using one focal length and stick with that for the whole duration of the shoot, which can be limiting sometimes. So that is when I started loving and enjoying using this lens, since I can change my focal length and my composition instantly and be very flexible and creative with my photos, which can also create a lot of diversity in the images that I'm creating. I also find this lens quite quick when focusing on my subject, which is really important when you are shooting candid photos. And this is especially true when you are taking photos of events. For example, when you are taking photos of a wedding, when there's a lot of things going on and you gotta have to really be quick and focus and take photos of those special moments. I actually haven't used my prime lenses for a while now since this came out. I have been using this since its release. On my recent trip to Philippines, when I visited my family, instead of bringing few different prime lenses with me, I took this one because this can easily equal to 4 prime lenses, so 35, 50, 85, and 135. But this one goes all the way to 150, which is really cool. This actually helped me lighten up my cabin bag, which made my traveling and flying really easy. And during my vacation, I've taken so many beautiful images, and it was just a whole fun experience to carry this one around without having to worry if I got the right focal length on, because I can just quickly switch 35-150. Size-wise, I'm going to compare the 35-150 to Samyang's 135 f1.8. So as you can see, they're about the same thickness, but the zoom lens is much longer and much heavier compared to this one. But you have to consider that this one is just 135mm versus this one goes 35 to 150, and that's a win. Overall, this lens has given me that extra flexibility in my sessions, and I get great results that I am proud to deliver to my clients. It's just a really versatile lens that I can use on pretty much most of my projects that I'm creating, and this has become one of my favorite and most used lens right now, and I'm just so in love with the images that I have created with this lens. So that's my introduction of Samyang AF35-150 f2 to f2.8. Thank you very much and have a great day.